So if you guys missed it, Shohei Ohtani made some history yesterday, and I want to ask you all a question. Please let me know in the comment section down below. Do we think that Shohei Ohtani can do this in 2022 and 2023? Because honestly, the stats that he is putting up currently, I don't think we're ever going to see this ever again. But anyways, what's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. If this is your first time on the channel, we do this every single day, so don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, as well as use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save yourself 20 bucks off if you're going to any minor league games, big league games, or any concerts anytime soon. Now, yesterday we had multiple ejections. As we mentioned earlier on in the video, Shohei Ohtani made some history, and Freddie Freeman hit for the cycle for the second time in his career. The dude is a monster. Now, before we talk about the highlights from yesterday, I do want to give you guys a few amount of injury updates. So Chris Bassett, he actually put out a tweet thanking the White Sox, the A's, and the fans for having his back. He is going to have to undergo facial surgery, so he is going to be out anywhere from 4 to probably 6 weeks. And also, this one pains me. I almost shed a tear when I saw this tweet. Now, this has not been confirmed by the Mets, so take this with a grain of salt, but this guy is coming out and saying that Jacob deGrom's season is essentially 99% over because of elbow inflammation. If that's the case, there's almost no chance that the Mets can make a push for the World Series. That's just my opinion, though, which makes me sad because I was rooting for the Mets. They traded for Francisco Lindor and Cookie Carrasco, two of my favorite players of my lifetime. I want them to be good, but without those guys, it's going to be tough. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the lone walk-off victory from yesterday. This game was wild. The Twins versus Cleveland. You have Jorge Polanco driving in an RBI in the first. We're going to talk about Polanco later on in the game because this dude will not leave me alone. Both him and Max Kepler have made my life 10 times more stressful over the last 4 or 5 years. Now, let's fast forward to the 4th inning when Miguel Sano hits a 475-foot home run pretty much the other way. He is one of the bigger humans that I've ever seen play the game of baseball, so this is almost natural for him. The Twins are up for 5 runs in the 5th, and the game is seemingly over, but not so fast. Alex Colomé, he blows the save, and honestly, it doesn't even really matter because Jorge Polanco, for the 3rd time in the last week, hits a little walk-off base hit, and the Twins, they win their 4th series in a row. They're finally playing like they were supposed to. I don't want to waste any time. I want to talk about what Shohei Ohtani did yesterday. Now, before we do that, it's not smart to throw a fastball pretty much directly down the middle to Justin Upton, especially if you're a left-handed pitcher, because J-Up, he has destroyed them over the course of his career. He hits a 2-run home run, and Showtime was in full effect yesterday. He tosses 8 innings on 8 strikeouts, does not walk a single batter, and only allows 1 earned run on a home run to, I believe it was Willie Castro, and then he hits a moonshot, a prodigious shot in the Detroit nighttime. That was home run number 40, which sets a franchise record for a left-handed hitter for the Angels. He passes Reggie frickin' Jackson. He is now 8-1 after Raisel Iglesias struck out 2 for his 27 saves, so he's 8-1. He has a 2.7 something ERA with 120 strikeouts and 100 innings. He has 40 home runs, a 1,000 plus OPS. We are witnessing the greatest season in the history of Major League Baseball, and in my opinion, it's not close. Shohei Ohtani, he is the most talented player we've ever seen, and like I mentioned in the intro, I don't know if he's going to be able to do this again, because if he can, he could make the Hall of Fame in 4 or 5 years. Yes, I fully think that Shohei Ohtani can make the Hall of Fame even if he doesn't get to 2,000 base hits or even 1,500 base hits. If he gets to 100 career wins, 1,000, 2,000 strikeouts, and 200, 300 home runs, he's going to make the Hall. Moving on over to another special occasion, we have Freddie Freeman hitting for the cycle for the 2nd time in his career, the only member of the Braves to ever do that. So he starts off with a double early, and then he triples in the 4th as Austin Riley smokes a single, and Atlanta puts up 4 runs in the 4th inning. Freddie Freeman gets the single in the 5th, and then Adam Duvall brings him in on a double. And then in the 6th inning, yes, Freddie Freeman hit for the cycle in 6 innings. That is not easy to do. Again, he's the first Brave to ever have 2 in his career. Charlie Morton was fantastic, only 2 earned runs on 9 strikeouts. And then Atlanta goes off for a huge 8th inning. They put up 4 runs. And then Miami, they say, okay, bet, we want to have some fun too. They score 6th in the bottom of the 9th. Will Smith has to come in and save the day. So Atlanta, they're on a 6-game winning streak, and they're now 3.5 games ahead of anyone for first place in their division. The Red Sox implosion continues. Even though Xander Bogaerts is a cheat code versus Andrew Heaney, he is the only person that was a cheat code against Andrew Heaney, because Boston, that was all that they got. Heaney looked like Sandy Koufax yesterday, which is not good at all for Boston fans, considering they've been struggling for 2 weeks and then they get diced up by Andrew Heaney. You have Brett Gardner hitting a sacrifice fly to bring in a run, and then Andrew Velasquez has been huge in this series. Anthony Rizzo, he gets it past Bobby Dahlback for a 2-run infield single. Yes, Luke Voit was benched, but we'll talk about that after the highlights. Andrew Heaney goes 7 innings, only allows 2 base hits on 1 earned run. We go to the 9th inning, it gets a little bit scary for Yankees fans. Hunter Renfroe hits a 460-foot bomb. JD Martinez drives in a run on a single, and then you have Lecky or Lukey. He comes in and seals the deal for the Yankees as they win 5-2, and Velasquez makes an insane play to end the game. So the Yankees, just like the Braves, are on a 6-game winning streak, and they're 1 game ahead of anyone for first place in the wild card. They're not in second, they're in first place, and now they have sole possession of second place in the American League East. The Boston Red Sox continue to implode, and Luke Voit, Aaron Boone came out and said that he is going to be playing a lot more. Giancarlo Stanton is going to be in the outfield, so Brett Gardner, his opportunities are now limited. So over the last few days, we've been talking a lot about the Mariners and the Blue Jays. They are both going for the second place spot in the wild card, and it's a little bit easier now that Boston has been playing horribly. The Mariners, they beat the Rangers yesterday. It was kind of an easy game. The Seager brothers, they went off. Corey, we'll talk about him later. He had 2 home runs, but Kyle, he hits home run number 27 for a 2-run shot. Marco Gonzalez has been dominant in the second half. He tosses 5 1/3 shutout innings as Paul Sewald and Steckenrider, they close it. So the Mariners win their 3rd series in a row and are just 3 games back of the Red Sox, again, because they've been imploding. The Jays, they were supposed to win yesterday, but Juan Soto and his teammates had some other plans in mind. Juan Soto, he hits a 3-run opposite field home run. Over his last 156 games, he has 33 home runs and a 183 OPS plus. Those are Barry Bonds numbers, ladies and gentlemen, and a 7.3 WAR because his defense has been insane this year. Teoscar Hernandez has a home run in 4 consecutive games, and in the month of August, he has a .430 batting average with 21 RBIs and 6 home runs. Marcus Semien hits a home run, and later on, Corey Dickerson and Marcus Semien actually go back-to-back to grab a 5-4 lead, but then Brad Hand, I think that Brad Hand actually moved to Chile. This is Chad Foote. He was in the game yesterday for the Blue Jays. He allows a home run to Josh Bell, and then Carter Kieboom. He has a solid 7.5 ERA in replacement for his brother, Brad Hand. So Chad Foote, they got to get him out of there. Let's go ahead and talk about the Dodgers. They have not lost a single game against the Pirates this year. MVP Muncy belts a 2-run home run, and Seager quickly makes it 3-0, and Pollock hits a home run. Over his last 148 games, A.J. Pollock has 32 doubles, 31 home runs, and an almost 140 OPS plus. That is insanity. Max Muncy hits his 2nd home run of the day, so he now has 28 on the season and a 5.9 WAR to go along with the near 170 OPS plus. Seager goes the other way for a 2-run Oppo Taco, and Michael White was fantastic. 7 1/3 shutout innings, only allows 2 hits on 6 strikeouts, and the Dodgers, just like the Braves as well as the Yankees, are on a 6-game winning streak, and they gain a game on the Giants because the Giants lost, so they're only 3 games back. So yes, Anthony Desclafani has to leave the game early with an ankle injury, and Lamont Wade Jr. doubles in an RBI, and that was it for scoring until the 9th inning. Megill, I don't remember how to say his last name for the Mets, he only allowed 1 earned run on 6 strikeouts in 6 innings, and J.D. Davis ties it up on a sacrifice fly, only to have 34-year-old Brandon Crawford save the day on a dive and flip. He is going to get some MVP votes along with Bryce Harper, Fernando Tatis, and Max Muncy. Both teams trade runs in the 11th, and Kevin Pillar, he saves the day on a 3-run clutch home run in the 12th, and Cisco makes it 6-2 as Tyler Chatwood was horrible. Both he and Brad Hand have been horrible over the last few months. The Mets, they are back to 4.5 games back of first place. Now, the Rockies, they beat the Padres yesterday because Jake Arrieta, he might be washed up. I hate to say that, but CJ Cron hits a line drive to score 2, and then Ryan McMahon ends that 3-run first inning. You have Will Myers and Manny Machado giving Jake some confidence because they come back to tie it up. But Jake Cron has another RBI, but then it was answered by Will Myers' 2nd home run of the game, and Dom Nunez goes yard right before Trevor Story rips a 2-run shot and has a very smooth bat flip. He just kind of releases it on his follow-through. Daniel Bart converts his 20th save in a sweep of the San Diego Padres. Now, luckily, the Padres started off pretty good, so they're still 1.5 games ahead of anyone else for 2nd place in the wild card spot. The Phillies versus the Diamondbacks, starting pitcher Humberto Castellanos wants an RBI, but Bryce Harper says that that is not happening. It was a dime to home. Now, Arizona ties it up on a wild pitch, and the Castellanos, he gets some payback. They go up 3-1 after Carson Kelly hits an RBI single, and then Humberto was really good. 5 1/3, only 1 earned run, and Odubel hits a home run off Caleb Smith, and Caleb Smith gets ejected for sticky stuff, so he is going to be suspended for the next 10 days. Now, Philly is 2-6 after winning 8 games in a row, and they've been the worst offense in all of Major League Baseball since winning 8 games in a row. The White Sox versus the A's. Eloy rips a ball to left for an RBI double, and Lance Lynn gives up an Oppo Taco to Seth Brown, and then is ejected by a soft umpire. Yes, I'm going to say that Lance Lynn hurt his little feelings and the umpire was just on a power trip. Umpires were bad yesterday. Louis Bob does some damage in the 4th and the 6th and drives in 2 RBIs on the day. He has a .430 batting average since returning from the IL, and Hendricks was dominant, strikes out the side as the White Sox win 3 games in a row. The Royals versus the Astros. Brady Singer K's the side in the 3rd, and then he gets some help in the 4th on a Carlos Santana RBI single. Zach Greinke was really good. No walks, no strikeouts on 1 earned run in 6 innings, and he gave us this gem of a meme. I am going to be using this a lot. Brady Singer was really good. Almost goes 7 innings, only allows that 1 earned run. Never mind, Jason Castro knocks in 2, so the pinch hitter gets it done, and then Hunter Dozier on this mammoth shot, he gives the Royals a lead, and Altuve bloops one to Benny Biceps, who completes the walk-off outfield assist. So the Astros have lost 4 games in a row. The trend continues yet again. The A's lost against the White Sox, and then the Astros lose, so I can guarantee you if the A's win tomorrow, the Astros will win. The Brewers versus the Cardinals. Freddie Peralta gives up 3 earned runs early and has to leave with a shoulder injury after swinging. I hope that the universal DH comes back in 2022, because far too many guys have been injured swinging, especially pitchers. The Milwaukee bullpen dominates, and Willie hits homer number 22 as Avi Garcia matches him on his 22nd home run. Arenado and Narvaez were ejected, and Avi Garcia, I don't know how he was able to turn on this off-speed pitch. He now has 23 home runs. This one goes to extras. A wild pitch and a Christian Yelich bunt start a rally as an error from Nootbaar gives Milwaukee a 3-run lead, and Devin Williams converts the save. Final 2 games from yesterday, the Cubs versus the Reds. You have Ian Happ going 427 feet, and that was one-upped by Michael Hermosillo, 441 feet, and he knew it. He pimped it. This guy's a lot of fun to watch, but they're not done. You have Ortega and Frank Schwindel making it 5-0, and the Cubs staff was really good. Just 1 earned run all game as Sergio Alcantara hits his 3rd home run of the season, and the Reds, bad timing to lose because they're on a 2-game losing streak. Even though San Diego keeps on losing, they're not able to pick up any games. And the last but not least, Cedric Mullins blasts a home run. That was number 21, but then you have G-Man Choi driving in an RBI, and here comes Tampa Bay. Lau and Franco both driving a run, and then Franco drives another one in the 6th as 2 different sacrifice flies make it 7-2, and then Meadows makes it 8 runs as the Rays are 14-1 against the Baltimore Orioles, and Jorge Mateo is on a 9-game hitting streak, even though his defense has been horrible for the Baltimore Orioles. That does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Use code Fuzzy to save yourself 20 bucks off any baseball tickets or NFL tickets or NBA, whatever you guys are going to. Save yourself 20 bucks off. Use code Fuzzy and enjoy this day in MLB history.
A swing and a drive to deep right. Saunders at the wall. It hits off the top of the wall. Naquin's around second. He's on his way to third. He'll try to score. Here's the throw. Not in time. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again.